Guys, today we've got one of the most hyped Jordans dropping this entire year, a potential new summer banger, and a whole lot more. So let's jump in. All right, let's start with this one over here. We got a pull tab. Always love a pull tab. I never normally buy anything from Foot Locker, but they happen to have this pair of shoes sat around, which I was actually super surprised at. And here we have the Nike Dunk Low Chicago Split. Wow. Okay, a lot better than I was expecting, actually. Damn, and you actually get some extra laces, which is a bit of a surprise, so it definitely means that this pair of shoes is a little bit more special than some of the other, or most of the other Dunk releases that we've been seeing recently. I actually got nicer feeling leather. Whether it's better quality or not, it definitely feels softer and feels better in hand. It's so close to being a Chicago Dunk Low, but I guess evidently because half of the Nike swoosh is gray, people are letting these things sit on shelves. I think this is a cool pair of dunks. This is probably the cheapest and closest you're gonna get to a Chicago Dunk Low. Got two different eras of Nike branding. You've got the more retro one and then the more modern one. Same thing around the back, and of course the Nike swoosh, and then the outsole, which I'm actually really digging. I think that looks sick. Let me know what you think of these things. Definitely a cooler pair of Nike dunks. Speaking of dunks, I think there's a pair of dunks in this box. This is the Nike Dunk Low Hemp. It seems like Nike is now shipping some dunks in their kind of sustainable box. You don't get an actual shoe box, you get shoes inside of a shipping box so that they can cut down on waste. The Nike Dunk Low Hemp. This is kind of like the pair of shoes that a lot of people were hyping up to make it seem like they look like Travis Scott's. I mean, it's not just a bit of a stretch, it seems like a very big stretch. Now you can obviously tell that this is not my size. This is a pair that my girlfriend really wanted. I think the colorway is really nice. The only thing that's disappointing is somehow Nike managed to find a way to make Nike Dunk leather even worse. These things feel so bad. It seems like Nike's not even trying anymore. They're just like, don't even bother making it remotely feel like leather. This one is part of their sustainable range, so obviously you have all of the Nike grind underneath. Either way, a lot of people seem to really like this colorway of the Dunk. I think it's super clean, but I think the materials are just kind of a deal breaker for me on this one. All right, let's get into these. Ooh, okay, so this is a very interesting pair. Oh, this is very different to what I expected. This is the Adidas Adifom TRXN, which I don't really understand because it's nothing like the other Adifom sneakers that Adidas has made. The regular kind of fabric upper, and then it has this huge midsole, which again, the material feels nothing like the other Adifom. Now, I bought these because they look super interesting. Like, I really like the look of this two-tone colorway, but I will say the footbed of these things feels a lot softer than the outsole. So yeah, this is just one of those affordable sneakers from Adidas that I wanted to try out and test out because, you know, I'm always looking for the most comfortable and the best affordable sneakers too. If they are insanely comfortable or anything like that, I'll let you guys know. All right, another sneaker that I really wanted to try out. Pair of New Balances. That is a freaking heavy box. Wow, why did they make these things so heavy? So this is a brand new Balance model. At least I think it's new because I've never seen it before, but it's called the CT302. Then you've got a rubber toe box, which I thought was really interesting. It kind of adds a little bit more of a futuristic look to this pair of shoes. The rest of the sneaker is actually pretty impressive for the price tag in terms of materials. So yeah, I'm always interested in the latest sneakers to find out, especially in this more affordable category, because I feel like there's so many pairs that slip under people's radars. Kind of reminds me of Alexander McQueen's or something. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of this New Balance model, and have you tried it out? And if you have, let me know down in the comments. All right, we got a pair of Adidas sneakers, which I won on the Adidas Confirmed app. Here we have the Sean Wortherspoon Adidas Orchestra. This is probably the most simple sneaker Sean Wortherspoon has ever created. Like, normally his stuff is super wild and vibrant in terms of colors, but the idea behind this pair of shoes is obviously customization. This is a canvas material. You do get a couple extra laces, which are all exactly the same color. I really like this colorway. I think I prefer it to the original one that dropped, the pink and all those other colors. Got a decent amount of cushioning inside the sneaker as well. Overall, the Orketro model is definitely comfortable, so if you wanted a little bit of a different version of the Orketro, this is slightly different. It's pretty much canvas. All right, we've got a massive box, which, I mean, really? Does it need to come in a box this big? Oh, we've got box inception, I believe. Oh, okay, this is a very interesting box. Okay, so this is the Soleil Bembury Pollux Slide. As someone who obviously loves to unbox stuff, I really appreciate this packaging. Oof. Here you go, looking clean. This is the, I believe, citrus milk colorway. You are getting a pretty cool outsole as well, exactly the same as the Crocs. I mean, this almost just looks like a cut up pair of Crocs and then it's turned into a slide. Now, I actually took the risk of going a full size down on these things. The Banbury Crocs fit way too big and I've had so many issues buying a pair. So let's see if these are the same as the Crocs. Yeah, that pretty much fits. I will say this strap is very tight. Yeah, maybe if you size down to get to the right length, the strap might be a bit tough. Either way, there's going to be a bunch of different colorways of this pair of slides and I actually really like them. I think just this whole topographical fingerprint style that they've got going on is very, very interesting. It's not the softest foam that I've ever felt in a slide, but it's definitely soft enough to where it's going to feel pretty comfortable. All right, we got another Nike box, which I've actually gotten quite excited about. We got a regular Nike box, nothing crazy about that. This is the brand new Nike Air Huarache Runner. They've kept the exact same midsole that they had in the original Huarache, so it feels incredibly soft. I mean, that's one thing that I always freaking loved about Huaraches was just how comfortable they were. Basically, Nike making a new version of the Huarache, but it's still in a retro runner form. You've got a mixture of mesh, leather, and suede. Plus, you still got the Huarache strap on the back. The sock liner is actually really, really padded. A lot of brands have been bringing out some pretty interesting stuff in the more affordable category. Overall, I don't think these are too bad. They actually look pretty decent. But I think what I'm most interested with about this pair of shoes is if they are going to be comfortable. I will give you guys an update and hopefully a future video. All right, guys, it is time. Final package. Let's check these things out. Let's see if they're really as perfect as we all want them to be. Here we go. We got the box of ones. I can't wait to open these things up. Oof, here they are, guys. The Jordan 1 Low Black Toe. Holy man, they have put some insane material on here. This black leather, man, that is where the butter is happening. That feels like way softer and nicer leather than I've felt on a Jordan in a long time. Now, the only thing I'm really not liking is these freaking red laces. Now, I don't know. I can't be the only one, but it doesn't even match the color on the back. It's just way brighter. I'm definitely swapping it out to black or potentially even white. I think that could look better. And thankfully, you do get a pair of black laces included. One of the biggest Jordan 1 releases for this year. I know that we have the UNC toes, which is also a massive Jordan 1 release, but in terms of Jordan 1 lows, gotta be one of the most hyped, most anticipated, and just overall one of the cleanest that is dropping this year. I actually think it's the perfect time for these to drop. Like, we had the black toe highs in 2016, and then we got the kind of non-OG black toe pair, which funnily enough I think is reselling for like $400 to $500. I think a lot of people have been appreciating Jordan 1 lows more and more, but in terms of the release, I think these have actually just been delayed. I think these were lined up to drop here in July, and now they've been pushed back to, I believe, August the 4th. So yeah, if you're one of the many that were after these things, it is going to be an August release, at least as of right now. If there's any more updates on that, I will let you guys know. Just in case anybody was interested in something that I was a little bit more interested, Chicago Lost and Found and Black Toe. Here's the color comparison. Very, very similar. It's just a slightly different shade, but yeah, you can tell the differences there. I'll just give you a little side by side. So glad I got to get these things in hand before they release, because I'm so happy to feel this material and actually just be like, thank God they did not make trash leather on it. Either way, guys, let me know if you're going to be going for these when they do release. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. That is all the boxes I got for you guys today. And also, if you've been hearing all of the rumors of Yeezys dropping next month, well, you can get prepared for that by checking out my top 10 Yeezys for 2023.